JP back on the mic, and the topic for this video is you're getting out of the Navy or the military, wherever you're doing your service, and oh, guess what? None of your chain of command is trying to help you, or a lot of them aren't trying to help you. So, in this topic, I'm gonna try to tell you how I did it and show you where I could have improved and let you know the proper way of how to do it. So boom. You deciding however many years of service you were in and everything like that, you're trying to get out. And the chain of command tends to not want to help their lower half or their lower personnel because, you know what, I don't really know why they don't want to help out. It's grimy, but they don't do it. So, alright, so here's what I'm gonna need you guys to do, because I wish somebody would have grabbed me by the hand and brought me to these places and told me how to do it, because TAPS is only a week long. And I don't know, I think they're calling it something else now, GPS or whatever like that. And I know that's only a week long. And it sucks because the main thing I realized they focused on when I went to TAPS was mostly on the resume aspect of it. And when it came to filing your disability claim, it was on the back burner, or they only focus on it for only about a day, which I find that's not cool, because that's a big part of you transitioning from active duty to civilian life as a veteran. But I'm gonna let you know now, if you're thinking about going reserve, or you're thinking about going to, they mostly go to reserves. I'm gonna let you know now that if you're gonna try to file a claim, you can't file a claim if you're going to reserves. So before you get out, you gotta make that decision up now. Do I want to go reserves, or do I want to just go fully out and be done with the Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marines, all that stuff? So get that out the way first before you proceed with the next steps I'm about to tell you. So, boom. Step number one, request a copy of your medical records. I'm telling you, you need to get your medical records. The reason why I'm telling you to get your medical records is because you want to make sure you go over your medical records and you see, all right, what I need to claim, and you go through your medical records and see where I need to claim and what I need to do, and so on and so forth. That's one. Get a copy of your medical records. Two, after you get a copy of your medical records and you looked over and everything like that, a lot of times it's a good idea to file your disability claim while you're while you're in active duty, transitioning on your way out. And the reason why I say that, say to get your medical records while you're in, and while you're active duty transitioning to veteran status, is because you want it to be as smoothly as possible, and you want it to be while you're on terminal, to where when you get your D-214, you want the next following check after your last check to be your disability compensation. So get it done while you're active duty. But I'm gonna tell you how I messed up. I didn't get mine done when I was on active duty, and that's on me. That's my fault. I screwed the pooch. I was a little tardy to the party. That's on me. I ended up waiting 2 years because I didn't think that, I didn't think I qualified for anything. I didn't think that, I was proud of myself. And a lot of times in the Navy, they tell you, oh man, don't do that, you know, the government did so much for you, and yada, 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 how dare you, yada, yada, yada. The same chief and the same officers that's telling you that it's the same chief and officers that getting 100% on their disability, and they laughing at you when you getting out. So, hoopla, or that word sounds crazy, but forget them on what they're trying to tell you is they're trying to steal you wrong. File that claim while you're on active duty. Even when you get out, find the nearest Veterans Affairs office that can help you out on your claim. And I'll try to tell you to go to a VA office that's not in a military heavy city. And the reason why I say that is because the VA, I live in the city of North Lauderdale and the Pompano area. It's not really, there's veterans here, but it's not there's no military base around here. The only thing that's around here is MEPS, and that's in Miami. That's like an hour and a half away. Or the base in Key West, that's like 2 to 3 hours away. All I'm saying is, when I filed my claim over there, they were more hands-on and they were more concerned with trying to get me, to have me do my claim properly and get it done properly. And the lady that I did the claim with, I wish I had her name written down. I apologize. If you see this, just know that I'm telling you, you were a godsend. Or if you believe in God, you were a godsend. Even if you don't, whatever, you were sent. And she literally got my medical record and was like, I was trying to only claim like 3 things, you know, because I hurt my wrist, I hurt my ankle, and I hurt my shoulder. And I was like, I just want to claim that, that's it. The lady was like, no. She took my medical record and broke it down, was like, yo, claim this, claim that, claim this, claim that, claim that. And I was looking like this, looking crazy, you know? And I didn't understand until she later on explained to me that, hey, while you over here trying to be proud of yourself, while you over here thinking that, oh, no, I don't want to screw the pooch, I don't want to just claim everything or throw everything at the wall. The military is like you're the towel, you're a wet, damp towel in the Navy or Army, Marines, or Air Force. Done took you, squeezed everything could get out of you, and threw you to the side. So now, the prime of your years is behind you. And you're out here, you wondering, you can't do the same. You can't do the same things you used to do. Your knees hurt, your back hurt. You can't sleep the same way you used to sleep. You can't run, you can't play with your kids like you used to play with your kids if you have kids. Or if you're old enough and you have grandkids, you can't enjoy the happy years you have with them because the military, as much as they helped you out in getting to where you are now, they took a lot out of you. And it took a lot of your prime years to where you're not the same person that you used to be before. So don't mind the wind, I'm sorry. The wind is blowing pretty hard. So things aren't the same as your body, ain't the same as it used to be. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So with me, I regret not attacking the situation head on. I regret not filing a claim like I'm supposed to ahead of time. That's on me. I waited too long. I procrastinated, but I got on the ball later and I got it done. And it opened up so much doors for me to be able to finish my degree. I got my AA and everything like that. That's good. I got that done. So now I could be able to finish up and get my bachelor's degree and get the ball rolling and even help you get a job. And that's where the voc rehab comes in. But that's for further along in the video. So step 1, get a copy of your medical records. Step 2, if you're still in active duty, file that claim. Step 2A, if you got out and just say you procrastinated, you didn't want to do it, you know, yada, 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 so on and so forth, find the nearest VA office I my suggestion is find a VA office that's not in a heavily populated military environment and file your claim with them. And when you file your claim, make sure the representative that's filing your claim goes through everything. Well, I mean everything, you go through everything yourself, but you have them go through everything for you. Because, excuse me, you want to make sure that you claim as much as you could claim. It could better help you later on. And it's like that saying, and it's a cop saying, so I'm just going to use this saying for this scenario. Cops like to throw a whole bunch of charges on the wall just to make sure, just to see if something sticks. If they only go after you for one thing and that one thing don't stick, they want to make sure something else sticks. It's messed up, but I'm taking something that's bad and reverting it to something good, as in your claim. Something that you need, something that's important. So step 2, that's step 2A. Find a VA office that could be more of a one-on-one area for you. And step 3, make sure all the information while they're following it is correct. Because there was many times when I filed my claim before, the reason I said 2 years, it took, on my 4th year, I got approved. But the first time I did the claim, they had my address wrong, they had my phone number wrong. I had the same phone number for 10 years, but they put a whole nother phone number that was not related to mine. So I was missing appointments that I was confused, but I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get a call for that appointment. They said, yo, is this your number? I'm like, no, this is not my number. My number is this. So you gotta make sure all the information that you're providing of your address, your phone number, email, all that stuff is correct, because they're gonna once you file your claim, boy, now the VA, they've been on their ball, because lately they've been on the news for screwing the pooch on a lot of people's claims. So the appointment's gonna start coming in. So make sure you make every single appointment on time. Get there 10 minutes early, get there 15 minutes early. If you would, don't get there 30 minutes early, but get there 15 minutes early. Make sure you're there on time, because once you miss an appointment, it could hinder you from getting the proper percentage that you could get when you're filing your claim or getting your claim in the claim process. So make sure you make it to every single VA appointment that you can make it to. Make sure you make there on time. Whenever they tell you make it to that appointment, if you feel like you can't make it, say call 2 days in advance. Say, hey, I can't make it to this appointment. But 9 times out of 10, with the VA, what they'll do, they will ask you, hey, what day you're off from your job? What day are you free to go to these appointments? And that's the day that you set. Because for me, when I was doing my claim, I had my day on Wednesday, because Wednesday was my main day off. I requested during the day from my job to go to these appointments. And I told my job straight up, even at the interview, hey, I'm a veteran. I have these VA appointments I have to keep up with and I have to maintain. Is that gonna be a problem? Because my day is Wednesday. All my appointments I schedule on Wednesday, so I need to have Wednesday off, no matter what, because that is more important than in your job. Because again, with the disability claim, that's a guaranteed safety check for life. No matter what percentage it is, it could be from 1%, 10% to 100. You want to make sure that you make it to those appointments and you get it done. And so that's step number 3. Make sure you get to your appointments on time. So step number 4, I will go back to your active duty, to the active duty part. If just say, for example, you're getting out on high, like not even higher tenor. Let's say, for example, because I had friends who, they wanted to get out or something like that, and just say they got a severance. They got severance or separation pay or something like that. you don't start collecting on your disability compensation until you pay back whatever your separation pay was. So just say, for example, you end up getting 7,000 or whatever like that. They pay you so you could separate. And let's just say, for example, you failed. Let's say you failed the PRT, but I remember the rules was you had to be in past 6 years. And let's just say you're on your 8 years and you just say you failed the PRT and you was like, you know what? I don't want to collect the severance pay or the separation pay, or severance mostly. I don't want to collect the severance pay, but you know what? I have a family, I have kids, yada, yada, yada. And I need this to kind of jumpstart where I'm going in life and everything like that. So I need this because I have my kids and everything like that. I need to find somewhere to stay. I need this money to help me find somewhere to stay and pay for, let's say, the rent for the whole year. And then they give you that percentage. They give you that amount of money that you need to do so. Before you could get your first payment from your disability claim, you have to pay back what they gave you on that severance pay. Trust me, you have to pay that back, no matter what. That's their rules. That's how they do it. That's how they're rocking. I don't know why. Some people, they found loopholes with hardship and everything like that, and they get it waived and everything like that. But I'm at a park. Don't mind the cars. I'm sorry. I'm in Pompano. The cars all around here like crazy and everything like that. But this neighborhood is pretty quiet, and the park is pretty good to do a video. But anywho, you have to pay back what they gave you on your severance pay. So be prepared. They want their money. If they want to pay you, they don't want to seem like it's kind of double dipping, and they don't want you to double dip. So they want their money back, so they're going to take it out by any means. So that's one to be prepared for. That was part of part A. That was part of part one. So to go back, what I was telling you: 1, get a copy of medical records. 2, fill it out while you're on active duty if you can. 2A, if you got out or whatever like that, find the nearest VA office that's Veterans Affairs, that's not really predominantly in the military neighborhood. Fill it out there. Part 3, put your correct information in. Make sure, and I'm gonna say it again, correct information. Let me say it again, correct information. Make sure you get that done. That's very important. And step 4, make sure you make it to all of your appointments, because that is important. You miss an appointment and they can't file the next appointment, and you didn't call ahead of time. It could take something that you may have wrong with you that is serious, and it could lower your percentage. So let's just say, for example, if you're supposed to get 70 and you miss that appointment and they can't make up that appointment and they make their final decision, yes, you could appeal it later, but guess what? It may take your thing from 70% to 60 or 50%. And we don't want that. We want to make sure you get everything you deserve, because you gave the military everything that you had. You want to make sure they give you everything that they could give you, within reason, obviously. And I want to add a tad bit thing to this. Let's just make this step 4A. If you feel like they missed something, let's just say, because I'm going through this now because I get migraines and everything like that. If you feel like they missed something in the records, and let's just say even it's in your medical records, and let's just say even in the civilian side right now, you're still seeing a doctor for your migraines. You're still seeing a doctor for, let's just say, back pain, and it got worse. You could appeal that decision and send in the new medical records to prove that, hey, from your civilian doctor, hey, you see, I been having this since here. I filed it here, and it's in my medical record from the military. And I kept seeing a doctor for this back issue, migraine, yada, 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 since I got out. This is a growing issue right now. And I'm trying to tell you that this is serious. And I could say most times they will review it and they will take your claim and give you a better percentage. So what I need you to, and that's the steps right there on what I need you to do, and that's how you could transition out the military properly to get it done. And this is what I wish somebody told me, but know what? I'm here now to tell you guys this. So this is JP on the mic. Go ahead and drop a like, subscribe if you can, leave a comment below, and let me know what you think about the video, and I'll get back to you. Peace.